So as some of you may remember, a year ago I wanted to highlight the best of the best small Ninjago sets, which are always overshadowed by the giant sets that we have gotten, and today I'm going to be doing that again, but on a slightly bigger scale. Hey guys, Hfmasters here, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 sets under $30. Now before we begin, I do want to make it known right away that I am not going to be counting the Water Strider on this list. The reason for this is that the Water Strider is a $30 set that was designed to be a $40 set, and it was changed last minute to be $30. The change was literally so sudden that some Target stores didn't even actually get the memo, and when the set was first released they were still selling it for $40. So yeah, I mean technically the set would probably be the best set under $30 because it's still a set under $30, but I'm going to be excluding it because I don't think it's fair to match it up against other sets which were never meant to actually be more than $30, unlike this one. The Rattle Copter is a really nice set in my opinion. The integration of the snake themed design works better on this set than it does on most, but it struggles beyond that. It has a small snake dropping feature which really didn't work that well, and while it did have solid minifigures, there was nothing exclusive here that you couldn't get for cheaper somewhere else. Now that being said, the actual helicopter build was really good, which earns this set a spot at number 10. Like the Rattle Copter, the Turbo Shredder lacks anything exclusive about it in the minifigure department, and it wasn't even the cheapest way to get the gold inside the Quakes, but it did have a really nice build. Like all of these Skullkin vehicles, the Turbo Shredder has no problem integrating the skeleton design, but where this set really shines is the play feature. When you roll the set forward, the skeleton neck-like section would go up and down as if it was chomping at you, which at the time was a really unique and cool feature. Once again, this is a set with a great build, but it's held down by the minifigures. The Raid Zeppelin is unlike anything else in Ninjago as far as design goes. The set combines the style of a pirate ship and a blimp very well, and it has a nice cannon at the front which can actually shoot, as well as a bombing feature in the middle. The set is also the first set on the list to have exclusives, the first one being Zane and his Skybound Gi and a J Jinblade. It's also the cheapest way to get Doubloon and Clancy, making this an overall really nice value. Although the concept of the double bike set may be very overdone at this point, the Street Race of Snake Jaguar is still a very good set under $30. Now both of the sets are very different from each other and they are both solid builds. The Season 8 version of Zane is also exclusive to the set, and it's the only way to get the 4-armed Mr. E. Overall, all around good set with some nice value to it. Jay's Stormfighter is the only set on this list that did not retail for $29.99. Coming in at a solid $25, this was a pretty good set. The jet is a cool and sleek build, but what really set it apart from the rest of the pack was its transformation function. You press the button on the back and BAM! The blades splay out from the sides, creating a completely different dynamic. This was also the cheapest way to get Jay and Snappa if you didn't want to get the spinner sets. And of course it also had a solid side build for the Fangpire staff. Overall, a decent build which is carried upward because of its price and functionality. Now as far as dragon builds go, the Golden Dragon really isn't anything to write home about. It's pretty much a more expensive ice dragon, but it's lacking ankle articulation. However, the set still remains high because it came with the golden version of Lloyd, who is arguably the most important Ninjago minifigure ever, especially at that point in time. And it also happened to be the cheapest way to get the golden version of Lloyd at that point, and the same thing can be argued for the dragon as a whole. Overall, it's an okay set, but its significance to the story makes this set much more valuable. Master Falls is the only Ninjago movie set on this list, and is one of the most unique builds here. The set features display over function, so the build looks really nice, but it really doesn't do anything. Fortunately, this set does have an excellent minifigure selection, coming with Master Wu, Garmadon, and Kai with his new hair mold, which at the time was pretty hard to get. Not to mention the most important minifigure, the exclusive skeleton, making this set a great value and a nice display. Jay's Elemental Dragon is a much better build than the Golden Dragon. It has full articulation and a spring-loaded shooter, as well as cool designs. It also has an exclusive Nia Jinblade, and it was the cheapest way to get all of the minifigures included, most importantly being Jay. It also helps that this was one of the most important Skybound sets since it is Jay's dragon and Jay was the most important character from this season. It was pretty difficult to choose between the top two, but ultimately the Boulder Blaster took the number 2 spot. Now, as we all know, this set has an awesome function which essentially makes it a giant Lego blaster, but it also has a cool design as well. In the figure department, the Anaconda Warriors aren't anything special, but the Cole is exclusive. Top it off with a $30 price tag, and this makes for a really nice playset, but it got just barely edged out for number 1. Chain Cycle Ambush took number 1 not only for its awesome design, but for the figures. The set came with the Air Jitsu version of Zane, which, I mean, that's kinda weird to get an Air Jitsu version of a figure in a regular set, but it did give us a different option to get Air Jitsu Zane instead of just buying the flyers, so you don't have to buy like all 5 flyers just for the figure. Keller and Wraith also weren't exclusive, but they were both good figures. It also came with 2 Screamers, and that gives us a total of 4 minifigures, an Arrow Blade, and a ton of accessories. And we haven't even gotten into the bike yet. As I've said, the design of the bike is really cool with tons of details all around and maintaining full functionality and having a catapult on the back. Now that being said, the set is definitely outclassed by the Boulder Blaster in play, but the amount of figures allows it to just slightly edge it out in value, giving this set our number 1 spot. That was the top 10 sets under $30. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, see you guys later.